Welcome to This Explainer. Look, the digital economy is moving at absolute light speed right now. If you're a beginner, I totally get it. It probably feels like trying to drink from a fire hose. But what if we could just cut through all that noise with a clear, data-driven roadmap? Today, we're breaking down a really practical 30-day launch plan. We're going to look at exactly how you can go from absolute zero experience to a fully launched side hustle in the 2026 digital economy. Let's get into it. Now, let's start with a hard truth right off the bat. There is no overnight success. Let's be real. If you're looking for some magic button to get rich by tomorrow morning, you're probably in the wrong place. Building a sustainable income stream, that takes actual effort, real skill building, and some serious dedication. We're not here to promise guaranteed overnight income. Instead, we're focusing entirely on what verified facts and current market demand tell us actually works. So, that brings us to the core focus of today's explainer. How do you actually launch in just 30 days? I really want you to envision yourself executing this month-long roadmap. Imagine starting today with zero experience, right? And then in exactly 4 weeks, having a live project out there in the digital world. I know it sounds incredibly ambitious, but when we break it down into a strategic, step-by-step process, it's absolutely achievable. And honestly, here's the absolute best part about starting this journey right now. Zero. That is the required startup cost for so many of these beginner paths in 2026. Your wallet is completely safe. Because of the powerful tools we have access to today, you can literally remove the financial risk of starting. No business loan, no investors required. You just need your time, a bit of focus, and a willingness to learn. Section 1. Finding your perfect match. Selecting the right beginner hustle. So step 1 of your 30-day plan is not about trying to do everything at once. It's really about choosing one specific opportunity that perfectly aligns with your current skills and today's massive market demand. We're looking at 3 highly accessible beginner options here: AI content creation, print on demand, and affiliate marketing. Now, while startup costs are virtually zero across the board for these, notice how the income potential actually varies. That variance? Well, that comes down to your personal effort, the specific skills you choose to develop, and of course, the ever-changing market. Section 2. The Beginner's Toolkit. Essential AI tools. The incredibly exciting reality of 2026 is that you don't need a massive team anymore. AI is essentially your digital co-pilot now. But how should you actually distribute your time? Well, research suggests a very specific split. You'll want to spend about half your time on strategy and ideation, using tools like ChatGPT and Claude. Then, dedicate 30% to visual design in Canva or Midjourney. And finally, use that last 20% for media generation with CapCut and 11 Labs. This is your efficiency blueprint, and it totally levels the playing field for anyone just starting out. All right, so once you've built all those digital assets with your new toolkit, they're going to need a home, right? Whether that means freelancing on Fiverr and Upwork, doing e-commerce on Etsy and Shopify, making content for YouTube and TikTok, selling digital products on Gumroad, or even networking on LinkedIn, these platforms are absolutely crucial for one specific reason: they already have massive search demand. You don't have to go out and hunt for customers. You just have to place your well-crafted assets right where people are already looking. Section 3. The 30-day action plan, your zero to launch roadmap. Okay, this is where theory turns into structured reality. Let's look at the macro view of your next month. Week 1 is strictly dedicated to learning and niche selection. Take your time here, it's so important. Then week 2 is all about practice and tool mastery, really getting your hands dirty with those AI tools. Week 3 is where you finally begin building your first actual digital assets. And then week 4, that's the big moment: launching and optimization. I really want to stress this point. Dedicated time for learning and practicing absolutely must precede your launch. To demystify this whole process, let's zoom in on your daily routine. It really just boils down to a 4-step loop. First, you target a specific, highly focused niche. Next, set up your professional platform accounts. Then, deploy your AI toolkit to create an asset. And finally, hit publish. The real secret sauce here is iteration. You just review how the market reacts and then make it 1% better the very next day. And please remember this: consistency is way greater than perfection. I need to reassure every single beginner watching this right now, your first launch will absolutely not be flawless. It might even be a little messy, and you know what? That is perfectly okay. Pushing through that initial awkward learning curve day after day is what actually builds a lasting side hustle. Section 4. Future trends to watch. Scaling and future-proofing. Now, to ensure the hustle you start today actually survives tomorrow, we really have to distinguish between the present and the future. You absolutely must anchor your business in the verified facts of 2026 demand just to get that initial traction. However, you also need to keep a really close eye on the informed forecast for the next 3 to 5 years, things like major remote work trends and the rapid evolution of AI. Balancing today's reality with tomorrow's trends is exactly how you pivot and scale as the whole economy shifts. Which leaves us with one vital question to wrap things up. What will you build today to be ready for the economy of tomorrow? You've got the tools, the startup costs are literally zero, and your 30-day roadmap is set. The opportunity's right there, just waiting for those willing to take action. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. The clock is ticking. Go start day one.